Okay, everybody, welcome to our latest Friday live stream, where we talk about the latest Lean Publishing daily newsletter and other stuff that's new in the week. So, Peter, what do you want to talk about today?
A couple things. We have a author quick start for authors like Leanpub authors who are just getting started and need some guidance, and also a global author max giveaway. So we haven't done one of these before. This is our first one. We haven't done contests much in the past 15 years. So we're doing a global author max giveaway where basically if you're a Leanpub author and you fill out a form, you could win a global author max, which is actually worth quite a lot. It does a lot of things for you. I will add my window to the stage. Boop, boop, boop. Right. So a couple things. Yeah, global author max giveaway, author quick start. So the global author max giveaway is basically first of all, what is global author max? So if you're a Leanpub author, global author max gives you a number of things. Translate AI into 31 languages. So Translate AI supports 31 different languages as targets. So global author max is for English language books. It's basically because, just historically, we're more confident, for example, making a course in English than we are in other languages, just given what languages we speak. So global author max is for English language books. We'll translate your book into all 31 languages supported by Translate AI, and we'll make a course out of your book. And the Course AI Max part of it is we'll do the interviews, Len will do the interviews with you where you record about 3 hours of video about your course, and then that turns into these introductory sort of why is this lesson important type of things. And then that turns into social media promotion and other stuff. It also includes publish on Amazon, which is great. It includes Index AI, where we make an index from your book in your book. And then we do that first so that it gets translated into 31 languages, which is cool. And then this new thing, Accessibility Pro, this is us just sticking a name on something that we've done as part of Global Author Max before, where basically we use AI to produce the alt text for images. And we also ensure that your book passes the Ace by Daisy accessibility checker. And so all these things together are Global Author Max. And if you think imagine say it was 5 years ago and you're hey, I've written a book in English and I'm going to translate it into 31 languages, and I'm going to make a course based on it. And that course is going to have video interviews with me, with a podcaster, and I'm going to have my book published on Amazon in English, and it's going to have an index, and that index is also going to be translated into 31 languages, and it's going to be fully accessible. That's tens of thousands of dollars. Probably over $100,000 it would have cost you 5 years ago before generative AI to do all that. And the fact that Global Author Max is a $5,000 thing is amazing. And then the fact that it's a $5,000 thing and one Leanpub author wins it is awesome. So we're doing this. If you want to enter it, you just be in our newsletter. Again, the theme of our weekly live stream is basically, hey, subscribe to our newsletters. But if you click the button, then you just go here, and this is it. That's our form. So it's just enough stuff that you have to actually care to click a few circles and click a few checkboxes, click a few more circles, and then click submit, and you've entered. And yeah, that's 12 days away. So that's the first thing. Second thing is author quick start. So basically what this is if you're someone who's thinking about using Leanpub is kind of there's a lot of stuff in it, right? And so it can be a bit confusing about how am I going to get started? What should I do? And how do I write in plain text? I'm so used to Microsoft Word or whatever. And so this is basically a 1 hour session where I or Len will help you get going. For now, it's me. Later on, it'll be me and Len, or me or Len, and then later on it'll be me, Len, or someone else. But for start, it's just me. And the idea is get you up and running, have you get started on how to use Leanpub, how to use it correctly, understand what are your goals for your book, where are you at right now, when should you publish first, how are you going to proceed, should you make a course at some point, blah blah blah, how does everything work? So it's a sort of 1 hour sort of interactive thing where I just work with you on your book. And the idea is it's $249, but at the end of it, you get a $349 service credit. And so it's basically like the reason that we're doing it this way is to make sure that you're serious enough about it that like, you know, you like, I don't want to just do 10 of these a day. It would be really exhausting. So I want to like charge money so that, you know, serious Leanpub authors. But if you are serious, then you've got a lot of different things you can spend a $349 service credit on. You can get a lifetime standard membership, or you can get a couple shelf spots, or you could, you know, get Translate AI into like, you know, it's $149 for 3 languages. So you could get like, you know, 2 of those, like more than 2 of them, like more than the 6 languages of Translate AI, which is incredible. Or you could apply it toward Course AI or publish on Amazon. So there's lots of different things you could use this for. If you're just determined to use it exactly, then the correct thing to do is get a lifetime standard membership, which costs exactly $349. Yeah, so you just go here and click a button. And if you do that, what happens is you go to Calendly and you pick a time, and it's the payment things right on this form. So you just pick a time and then you go next, and then just asks you and you just fill it in. So that's a quick start.
So the
go ahead.
What I would say about this quick start thing, one thing is we only make money if you make money.
Right.
And so it's very much in our interest to help you get your book written, get your book published, get it out there, and know how to market it and things like that. But when you think about it, like, you know, writing a book is like a huge endeavor. It's going to take a lot of time. Hopefully Leanpub is sort of easy enough to use, et cetera, that like you'll be able to figure things out. But being able to talk to one of us for an hour with any questions that you have, with the advice that we can give, can like hugely accelerate your speed and the utility of your like, sort of like, to put it in cheesy terms, your self-publishing journey with Leanpub. But like,
right,
very seriously, this can potentially help save you tons of hours and help you reach a bigger audience. I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's like, imagine you could talk to like the person who built the platform for an hour when you started using it. Like, imagine you wanted to use TikTok or something like that, and you could actually talk to someone for an hour who knows it inside out really well. How would that change your trajectory as you go on and use it? How would it change your expectations? How would it change your planning? Things like that. That the other benefit for us is that we get to learn from authors and their questions. And so they're like, I didn't know you could make coupons. Well, that's obviously, we should be surfacing coupons more. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know how to do this. All that kind of stuff helps us make Leanpub better. So, but as Peter was saying, you know, although there's a charge for it, and you actually get a discount on services that's worth, Leanpub services that's worth more than the charge itself, we have limited time. So if you want to get one of these spots, you know, go book it as soon as you can. And as soon as you can in your author journey, you're going to want to do this. It's like hugely valuable.
Yeah. And the important thing, the real, like, one of the things, like, for me is like, if you think about as a Leanpub author, when you're self-publishing, there's lots of advantages to it, obviously, but there are some things where like you can go off the rails. Like, you don't have like since you don't have a development editor or a publisher or whatever being like, when are you going to be done? You sometimes can decide to lose focus and not do like it's basically like there's sort of 2 uses of the quick start. One is, I'm new here, I don't know what I'm doing. Then that's the sort of canonical use case of like, I just figured out what Leanpub is. It's really interesting, but I'm used to like, I've written all my books in Microsoft Word, or I've never written a book before. How should I get started? Can I really publish when it's only 2 chapters? Should I wait till it's like 10 chapters or 20? Should I, like, lots of authors ask us like, hey, how can I like distribute my book just to select people instead of publishing? And it's like, or, you know, there's all kinds of things that like we get the same question over and over and over again over the years. Right. And we try our best to communicate like sort of what is Lean publishing? Why do we think we should do things this way? Like yada, yada, yada. Right. But it's nice just if you're an author, just to talk to myself or to Len and just have it like, hey, look, this is my book. This is where I'm at. Be honest. What do you think? And again, we want you to succeed. Like, Leanpub authors have made almost $15 million in royalties. and we want that number, I want that number to be $100 million. I don't want that number to be 15, right? And so like, I want Leanpub authors doing things. We've seen lots of authors make this much money. We've seen lots of authors make this much money and price their books in ways where like, just charge more for your book, and or else this book could be an amazing course and it could be 5 times or 10 times as expensive. Or yes, your book actually should just be published even if it's 4 chapters long. Or maybe wait on this one, they go a bit longer first. And so this is us helping you succeed, which helps you and helps us. And so yeah, the charge is just a filter just to make it so it's not just random
Basically
tire kicking, but it's just to stop tire kick. It's not for tire kickers. It's for, I'm committed to doing this, yada, yada, yada. It's also, there's another thing, which is we just recently raised the prices of our lifetime memberships. The lifetime standard was $249 and now it's $349. And so if you're like, damn it, I missed out. I was just going to get a lifetime standard membership and darn it, I'm too late. No, you're not. You can actually just get a quick start. And then the $349 credit can be applied to a lifetime standard membership. So it's a sort of backhanded way of getting a $100 coupon on a lifetime standard membership. So, we, or else if you're like, oh no, I actually need a lifetime pro membership. And lots of people don't. Like standard is actually standard for a reason. Blah, 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 blah. There's lots of reasons to do it. But the other thing is like, if you are an experienced Leanpub author, but you're just stuck, you're in a rut, you're like, you're just not sure why you're not finishing your book or whatever, a sort of 1 hour opinionated sort of kick in the ass about like, hey, like what's actually blocking you? Why can't you go from where you are now to being done? Or is your, blah, blah, blah. That can be a useful thing too. And we have so many services that it's basically a free call. So
yeah, and if you've published a book and you're not getting the sales that you wanted, you can talk to us about that too, and we'll have a lot to say.
Yeah, Len actually has more to say about that than me. I have a lot to say about a lot of things, but I don't have that much to say about that. But yeah, those are the 2 things I want to talk about. I mean, we had our recent launches of the track, like the AI masterclass track, and a couple. Couple courses that are, doing well. Len, what else do you want to talk about? Should I add the thing back to the stage and we can go over the...
Yeah. Why don't you go to the blog? And click on the Klaus Holler interview there. Yeah. So guess this week we published our latest podcast episode. It's with Klaus Holler. It's a very good interview. He's a cloud security expert, and he's someone who kind of, if I recall correctly, he kind of reinvented his career as a cloud security expert, and he wrote this really great book to help anyone else who's interested in making this career move or just understanding cloud and cybersecurity. He really knows what he's talking about. It's a really great interview. I learned a lot. Clouds, basically cybersecurity is something we all have to deal with these days in various ways. He talks about, phishing scams, things like that, how, the biggest vulnerability, this sort of classic kind of thing is what's the biggest vulnerability in your, cybersecurity architecture, and it's the human beings, as everyone will tell you. But he talks about all kinds of very technical things and has these kind of 4 pillars of cloud security architecture principles that are very useful to know. And one funny thing about it too is just from the way Klaus presents things when he talks, we got a lot of really great short clips out of it as well, which you can find on our YouTube channel. And yeah, so that was a very fun interview to do and to publish. So I definitely recommend checking this out and buying the book, whether you're part of a startup or a bigger company or just interested in this subject. It's a very, very good book to read.
Cool. All right. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to our newsletters, obviously get in our Lean Publishing Daily newsletter and, the weekly and monthly. Yeah, cool. Happy Friday, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Okay.